Aaron, how you feeling?
I'm feeling better, but I messed my knee up.
How'd you do that?
I think I just either overextended it or something.
Well, hopefully that's a quick repair. We don't like that nonsense. All right. There are seven of you on. Only half of you have to give me a share. It's pretty easy. It's pretty fair.
Got three offers yesterday.
Heck yeah, man. Above list, at list, below list.
They're all at list, but they're getting countered.
Nice. Nice. Other wins, celebratories.
I held the open house on Sunday.
And how'd it go?
Oh, no one came, but it wasn't a complete waste of time.
You are absolutely correct.
Sheldon, did you do social media stuff or what did you do?
Yeah, social media. Me and the our team member also did social media stuff. Shannon was the one that did it. So yeah, it was also weird because it was in such a tight knit neighborhood. So like every piece of dirt was somebody's yard. I'm pretty sure we can't just put signs in people's yards for no reason. So putting up the open house signs was kind of annoying.
Where was it?
It was up in Marana, Sage Creek.
I had an agent call me because I sold a house in a neighborhood that she was interested in. She's from out of state, but she called me, and I'm going to be helping her and her husband find something out here for their or to be closer to their son.
I love it. Past business get you new business. Good morning, Audra. How'd your test go? Let's start with the unmute button.
That's number one.
Okay, I did not pass it, but I know where I need to work at.
What'd you score?
Very low, 66.
That's not very low. You missed it by 10 questions. Out of
Yeah.
150 questions, you need to get 10 better. That's all.
Okay.
Just tune up on the knowledge. You'll be good, girl.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Good job getting a 66. Now let's turn that 66 to a 75, and you're rocking and rolling.
Okay. All right. That's my goal.
Easy enough, right?
Mhm.
They're not failures, they're setbacks, and setbacks allow you to draw back, recycle, reset, center, and reset.
Mhm.
Boom, go after it, right? How many people give up after the failures?
Most people.
Most people. Right. Adversity is something that everyone in our entire universe is going to have to deal with. And some people's adversity is different. Everyone has a different walk of life. We all have different stripes that we're going to have to deal with. But adversity is adversity. I think the measure of success is how much adversity you can overcome.
Yeah.
Right. Remember when you're 5 years old, your biggest stress is what stuffed animal you wanted to sleep at night with. You couldn't figure it out. You were mad that you had to make a decision. And now it's deciding what to do with your multi-million-dollar stock portfolio. So, all right, let's hear from you. What are your conversations, topics, objections, or situations do you guys want to work on today to make yourselves better? Who sat down more yesterday and thought about one habit from the last 30 days that you can reset so that it doesn't interfere with your success the next 30 days?
I did.
Let's hear it.
For me, it was sleep and getting back to working out. So my sleep, I've just been having really bad sleep hygiene lately, like in terms of like the number of hours and the time I go to bed and the inconsistency. It's just been kind of all over. And it's just impacted so many parts of my life. So last night I was in bed by 10:30, which is early for me, and got 7 hours of sleep. So that was freaking awesome. And the night before I got 7 hours also.
There you go.
I did the same thing. I
Well, and especially because I just moved, I went and got a gym membership somewhere that's a lot closer so I can go to the gym consistently at 5 a.m. And get that out of the way. That way I can make everything else a priority. Like what Christina said yesterday resonated with me so much. Like, why am I doing things right now when I need to be working? I need to be like, I can do this later, right? Or at a different time.
Yeah, low IQ tasks or low energy tasks are the things we tend to revert to. When we're stressed, when we're aggravated, agitated, or fill in the negative emotion, we reset and resort back to the lowest trained energy. And we do things that we want to feel accomplished. Like I'm gonna do the dishes, I'm gonna take out the trash, I'm gonna clean the counter, I'm gonna organize my desk. All because we don't want to do the things that matter. It takes his.
Anyone here read the book Leadership by Brian Tracy?
What was that?
Has anyone here read the book Leadership by Brian Tracy?
I don't think I have.
He talks about it sorry, excuse me. He talks about it in terms of A, B, C, D, E tasks. And I can just send a picture of it in the chat, but it's really good. It's like you should never be doing a B task when you have an A task left to do. You should never be doing or a C task when you have a B task left to do. And it just relates to what you guys were talking about.
Yeah, it's the hierarchy of priorities. It's your energy pyramid. What are the tasks that are most important? We put the energy into those first. I got home yesterday from our Phoenix meeting about 4:45. I walk in the door, house is a little bit of a zoo, kids are running around like crazy, like typical. And my wife is in the kitchen and we have a thing. I walk up and I give her a hug and she collapses into me and I hold her there for a second. It's very sweet. It's very endearing. And she says, I don't feel like I got a whole lot done today. I was like, is it you don't feel like you got a whole lot done or you just didn't finish anything? She's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, did you just do a bunch of different tasks? You did 50% of 5,000 tasks versus 100% of 10 tasks. Then she goes, I started a bunch of stuff and I didn't finish any of it. I'm like, that's okay. We just take up tomorrow and we finish the shit we started. If every day we go into it with the intentionality of our top tier energy tasks, the things that are most important, get those done. Then move on to the B, C, D, and E tasks. Here's a caveat. If you don't take care of the little stuff long enough, will it keep you from the big stuff?
Yes.
Yes. So you have to make time off peak hours to take care of the little things. Anthony, what you got?
That dude, Brian Tracy, I just looked him up on YouTube. There's quite a bit of audiobooks from him. Sounds like a pretty gangster ass dude. So I'm going to try to read some of his books. And good thing about YouTube, those books are free. So I always check YouTube first before I go audiobook or anywhere else.
Okay, we got Eat That Frog, The Psychology of Selling, No Excuses, Maximum Achievement. This dude's been around. He's old and white-haired. This man knows John Maxwell, I'm sure. So in the same realm, yeah, $1 Million Habits, Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. I've heard of that one. Leadership is a Green. I might even have it. I don't know. So there's some good stuff there, right? I love books. I love reading. I love knowledge. And I'm not the most learned person. The reason I say this is because somebody has gone through it before. They wrote it down. So now you don't have to go through it. You can learn it so you don't go through it. Who was I talking to yesterday? I don't remember. It was such a long conversation. Maybe Kristen Cole said it. We were having a conversation. She goes, it took me 30 years to figure it out. Someone else is going to figure it out in 5. Why do you think that is?
Because success leaves
Success leaves
clues.
clues. Boom, Charles.
Where did we leave them?
Mm.
In lessons, in stories, and written word. Every morning, do we not share with you successful habits and characteristics and traits of people that have been successful before you? Every morning, we give you a piece of value. I say we because it's collective. It's not just me. It's a piece of value that you can use to better your business. What are you doing with it? Is this infotainment where it's like, oh, it's 30 minutes in the morning of my day, Dan gets the energy going, I'm just ready to rock and roll. And then at 9 o'clock, I'm on the couch watching Netflix, not doing shit. Or is this something you're like, he gave me a challenge to think about last month.
Hey, easy.
There we go. It's not even 9 o'clock yet, Jim. He's ahead of his time. We call that a go-getter. But that's the thing, right? Are we taking inventory? Are we taking heed? Are we actually thinking about stuff, right? So many of us didn't do well in traditional school. Why? Because you didn't want to learn it. You were forced to do it. And if there's anything I know about Anthony Sotelo is you force him to do something, you're going to get the most pushback. Yes, he's military trained. He's a Marine. If he knows why he's doing something, he does it a lot more. And sometimes that why is because the superior said so. And that's all he needs. But if someone says, hey, Anthony, he could be taking out the trash. And someone says, Anthony, you just take out the trash. He'll probably stop taking out the trash. He's like, no, F you. You take out the trash. But when it came to school, it's like you got to learn botany, you got to learn mathematics, you got to learn geometry. Who needs to know the study of land? Come on now. All of these things. Because it didn't matter to you, you didn't care about it. You were forced to do it. So did you retain any of it? Right? Can anyone tell me the definition of an isosceles triangle? All right, for some of you, you haven't heard that word in 30 years. Most of you don't even know what I'm talking about. Well, it doesn't matter. We don't learn. Now we're in an environment where learning equals growth. Growth equals development and success equals the life we want to live. So now it's directly correlating to what we want. What is the goal? Okay. What do I need to learn to get there? So you want to make more money. What kind of books should you read?
Money books.
Okay. Want to have more investments. What kind of books should you read?
Investment books.
Okay. You want to be more physically sound. What type of content should you entertain? Am I making a point here? The good thing is we have libraries, right, man? Millions of books that have been authored by some of the most powerful brains in this world that wrote down what worked. Did they put a book together of shit that didn't work?
Probably.
So did it get published? No. It got burned. But they have a notebook of 1,000 pages of things that didn't work. 1,001 ways not to make a light bulb. But they wrote a book on what I did that worked. And now you get to read what worked. So what took somebody a lifetime of trial and error takes you 15 minutes. Read that section. Google it. You become so impactful when you're able to take knowledge from the past and the people around you and change your thinking. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, good buddy of mine. I got in the car business and I stopped by his dealership. It's on the way home. Just wanted to say hi. And we were chatting about how things have changed over the years. And I met a kid who's 25. I'm 38 for a 13-year difference. And when he's 25, he goes, as he said this to me, he goes, as I get older, I don't like loud trucks as much. And I looked at him, I was like, how old are you exactly? He goes, 25. I was like, get out of here as you get older. And then I thought to myself, I'm like, yeah, when I was 25, 26, is kind of when I stopped having the super loud, super annoying, like $10,000 audio systems in my vehicles that were boom, boom, boom down the road, like thinking I was hot shit. Can you guys imagine what's on my radio 90% of the time?
Audiobooks.
Audiobooks. Hundreds and hundreds of audiobooks I have consumed in the last 8 years. And I know when it changed. It changed when Stone was coming, right? I knew when Stone was on his way, I needed to change some things. And someone said, hey, you want a better life? Read. And I'm like, okay. In the last 30 years, I've read 2 books. One of them was for a book report in freshman year, and then I learned I could just read the back cover of the book and make up the rest of the report, and the teachers didn't care as long as I turned something in. But since then, we've taken knowledge, like Charles just shared with us, Brian Tracy. We've taken knowledge that we all have heard of, right? It's a reference guide. We take knowledge every morning. You, me, and in the group that we have together, we talk and we share, we collaborate, we commune about an idea, we come up with better thinking. So stop letting it be infotainment and start making it a priority to grow. If you get one idea a day that makes you think differently, think bigger, that's good. Could anyone tell me why neuroplasticity is a word? And what does it mean? You ever had a pair of shorts that you loved, you wore so much the elastic band just stopped retracting? Or in my case, you got a little too much stretch and they stopped going back? Sheldon's like, I don't know what that means. It's I'm fat, Sheldon. Our brains are very much the same. They will shrink, they'll grow, they'll shrink, they'll grow, they'll shrink, they'll grow. But once your brain expands, gets stretched beyond its limitations, gets stretched beyond its foundation of understanding, it never goes back. Raise your hand if you haven't ridden a bike in 10 years. Or quite a bit of time. Okay. Do you have any fear right now of getting on a bicycle and riding it again? Why is that? You can take yourself off mute, Sheldon, and participate.
Well, I think it's because I've done so much. So I mean, it's like second nature at this point.
Would you argue to say that you still know how to ride a bike?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, once your brain expands to understand how to ride a bike, are you going backwards?
Keep on riding the bike.
You might not be as crispy as you used to be. Right? I used to take my snowboard down the mountain faster than anybody else. 12 years later, I was the first time on a board in over a decade. I was a bit rusty. Did I know how to do it? Yeah. Did I still have the same mechanics? Yeah. Was I pro level? Not even close. I was like super amateur at that point. I'm pretty sure someone yelled, there's a Yeti on a snowboard. But once our brains expand to understand a new idea, a new philosophy, a new way of thinking, a bigger world, we don't go backwards. So challenge yourself, push yourself, take the challenge and go, okay, what are the habits that I have held on to that are non-productive? Bro, I don't like to read. That's a habit. You have chosen, you have created an environment where you don't like to do something, so you don't. I don't like to read either. So what was my alternative? Audiobooks. The average business development book was right around 10 hours. 10 hours. I was driving 45 minutes one way to work. 5 days a week. I took down 2 business books a month on average on negotiation, question asking, conversational skills, relationship rapport building. Do you think if you were to dedicate 10 hours a week, 10 hours every other week, 10 hours a month, you'd get better at it? Okay. All right. Someone help me with some math. Do we know how many hours it takes to be considered a master of something? To master something?
10,000.
10,000 hours. Okay. How much do you guys put into self-mastery? None. What is self-mastery? Well, self-mastery is taking a moment to take inventory of what you are doing, what you're thinking, where you're at, challenging yourself. So let's say we did this. Okay, we did our 10 hours a week self-mastery. That's an hour a day, every day, with a little extra on the side a couple days, or it's 2 hours a day on work days. That's a lot, isn't it? 2 hours a day of self-practice? Okay, but if you did 2 hours a day, it's going to take you how many days? Should be easy math for you. I'm making your brains work this morning. Come on. 10,000 divided by 2.
5,000.
5,000 days. And there's 300 and how many days in a year?
365.
Okay, so that's like
13 years. A
13
little
years.
bit 13 years.
Okay. How old are you going to be in 13 years? Don't say it out loud, and I know you're embarrassed. It's okay. I'll be 51.
I'll be retired.
In 13 years, if you were to spend 2 hours a day on yourself, do you think you would have a different life by the time you're retired, Serena?
For sure.
How much different?
Not a lot.
Not a lot?
Well, I guess it depends
So if you
on what I'm trying to master.
if you purposely worked on yourself and mastered yourself, become a better communicator, a better negotiator, a better thinker, a better everythinger, what would your life look like in 13 years?
It'd be great. Be
You're
a
pretty
lot more
advanced. Yeah, right.
advanced.
I talked to a kid on Saturday. I was giving away a bunch of boxes. And I had a rare moment to be able to give knowledge and help someone out. I met this guy. His name is Connor. He is a brand new baby real estate agent in the commercial world. So we connected. He's like, hey, I see your boxes on Facebook Marketplace. I work at Pima and Skyline. I can get them at 5 o'clock. I'm like, that's perfect. My house is right up the street from Pima and Skyline, like less than a block away. He goes, oh, that's perfect. I'll see you at 5:15. So 5:15 rolls around. He comes to the house. We start loading up boxes. And he's like, yeah, man, I close on my house on Thursday. And we're just excited. And I asked him, I was like, is this your first house? He goes, yeah, it is. I'm like, that's fantastic. How old are you? He's like, I'm 23. I'm like, I got into real estate when I was 23 too. I was like, do you got a couple minutes, man? I've always wanted to be able to do this. He's like, what is that? I was like, can I give you some of the knowledge I wish someone would have given me when I was 13 or when I was 23? How do you think he responded?
He was excited.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, my house is intimidating. Would you agree, Christina? So
Did you say my name?
yeah. Would you
I
agree?
have a hair dryer on.
My house is kind of intimidating.
Yeah, for sure. It might be the cannons that accompany it.
So he's standing in front of the house on top of a hill overlooking the city. And he's like, okay, I'm clearly in the presence of success. I'm like, it's just all trial and error. So I was like, you know what? When I was your age, this is what I did. And this is what I wish I did. And we went through different things. Buy the house, renovate it, buy another one, keep it, rent it, keep it, rent it, keep it. Talked about all of it. Said, hey man, you're gonna have fun, but put money away for a someday goal. And we were talking. He goes, dude, no one's ever said this. No one's ever talked about this stuff with me. My parents don't. I was like, yeah, my parents didn't either. My dad apologized to me when I was in my 30s because he did not give me the knowledge to create the life that I had. He felt bad. I had to figure it out on my own. And I said, Dad, you didn't know. You knew work hard, retire. That's all you knew. Work hard at a job for 40 years and you can retire one day. You can die barely able to pay your bills. That's all he knew. But now we have a completely new knowledge in our house. Our whole family, my nephews, my sister, my family, a whole different understanding of how money works. And I get to give that to this complete stranger. Had somebody at 23 years old had pulled my underdeveloped brain aside and said, hey, moron, in the next 10 years, you're going to make over $1 million and you're going to waste it all. You think that would have slowed me down a bit?
My back wouldn't be shaped like a question mark.
Yeah. I wouldn't have multiple concussions. At 22, I broke my foot in half, so it's a little late for me. I would have already been a little crippled. Maybe if someone would have said something when I was 21, I'd have not gotten a lot of things that happened between 21 and 23. That was a rough couple of years for me. Now, but that was the thing is, did I write it down? Did I have a book or a podcast or a Facebook post? No, I had an opportunity of a kid that was very similar to me. I saw myself in this kid and I was like, you know what? I know that you don't have much time, but do you mind if I share something that I hope will help you one day? And he goes, Mr. Dan. It was weird as shit being called Mr. Dan. Mr. Dan, would it offend you if I got your number so that we can stay in touch? I said, no, man, I would love that.
Please tell me he said it just like that.
Mr. Dan.
No, like, would it offend you?
No, he said it very jumbled, but
Oh, I was like,
my
man,
brain
somebody's been
translates from
reading
what he
the
should have
book.
said. And he said, hey, Mr. Dan, I really appreciate the conversation. What do you say? Hey, can I get your number? I'd love to call you again sometime, or what is it? Do you mind if I pick your brain again sometime? I'm like, yeah, dude, no problem. I said, I'm here for you, man. I was like, consider me another friend. I just gave that kid a mentor in life. Now, Brian Tracy has written countless books stemming back from, it looks like 1984. So that's 6. So it looks like
Good year.
25 books in 1984. I mean, I wasn't around quite yet. I was still brewing, 2 years to make. Christina was already here. We love you, son.
Yeah.
Yeah. 80s babies rule.
Yeah, they do.
But that was just the opportunity, guys, is I hope he takes what I gave him, the gift I gave him, to heart. Because I think his life would be 10,000 hours better. Because someone do the math, between 23 and 38 is 15 years. I spend 30 minutes a day, every single day with you guys. So we do 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, an average of 42 weeks a year, right? 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, 42 weeks a year, 6,300 hours or 6,300 minutes. So you divide that by 60. It's 105 hours a year I'm developing. And now for the last 15 years, it's 1,500 hours. Plus classes, plus conversations, plus all the stuff. And I'm nowhere near mastered of who I am and what I can be. But I'm 1,500 hours in. And I was able to share it. And hopefully that 1,500 hours helps this kid jumpstart 5 years. Maybe 10. So, what are you doing with what you're learning.
Put it into practice.
Let's do it. Are you better for knowing each other?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Genuinely believe so. So, thank you so much for the reference on the books, Mr. Charles. Again, that's Brian Tracy. His book Leadership was written in 2014. It's got a green cover. The Psychology of Selling. I kind of want to read that one. Back from 1985. You know that's going to be a good one.
Put the picture in the chat
Yeah, it's
of the ABCD.
Gonna be like the movie Wall Street or something.
It's going to be like the movie Wall Street. It's going to be awesome. The guy's wearing a red tie and suspenders on the cover. You know it's going to be good. All right. Any other thoughts, questions, comments, concerns? I know we had a long celestial conversation today, but tomorrow let's bring some objections to work on, shall we?
Thanks for pouring into us, Dan.
Yes.
The cup to be receiving. Now, are you going to be a reservoir or are you going to be a river? What do I mean by that? Reservoirs hold water for you. Rivers give it to everyone else. Go be a river. Pour into others. The highest energy state you can have is contribution. That's why billionaires give away so much, because it makes them feel good. I mean, they got to feel good. The evil criminal enterprises they have to make those billions, right? It's got to offset. Good karma, bad karma. I'm kidding. Warren Buffett's not a criminal. All right, my friends. Thank you for being a part of my morning. I'll see you guys tomorrow with some objections, right?
No.
No. Yes.